everyone, it's Nene, Foxy Mama 365. We're back again with another scoop of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Love, marriage, and sour peaches. Congratulations are in order to Kandi, Boris, Tucker on the birth of their beautiful, beautiful daughter, Blaze. Yeah, Blaze is here. I think she was born on November the 21st or the 22nd. Can't be too sure. Anyway, we dive right back into the Real Housewives, okay? Now we literally get back to where Nene and Cynthia are trying to get on the float. And we're like, are they going to say hello? Are they going to walk on by? What's going to happen? Are they going to have some fracas? So Nene is going to say hello to Kelly Dodd. Kelly Dodd is from the franchise of Orange County. Real Housewives of Orange County. I like Kelly. So she's going up and Cynthia is on the stairway and they bump. And she says, hi, Miss Bailey. And that's pretty much all she gets, and she's like, oh, okay. But then she does say hello to Noel and asks Noel a few questions. Are you going to be home for the summer or whatever it is? And so that kind of seemed cool. And Noel was like, oh, she said hello to me, and, you know, she spoke to me. And she's like, yeah, you guys are not fighting and you guys are not beefing, so why wouldn't she say hello to Noel? It just seems so childish. Anyways, that's pretty much all we get there, and there's so many other people there. The parade looks really great. Andy Cohen is there, Leanne is there. They barely show her Dorinda, Kelly Dodd, and so many other people. Moving right along, Porsha is at her shrink. I'm not doing this today with Porsha. This is going to be Porsha's whole storyline this season. No, I'm done. We cried the first three. I'm done. This is the 4th episode and I'm done, okay? Porsha, you gotta find something else. I don't know, take us to work. Take whatever. Do, I don't know, show us PJ crawling. But I'm done. Because Porsha, like, while we do have a lot of sympathy for you, definitely, but you, like I said, you chose to get engaged to this man in less than 6 months, less than a year. You chose to get pregnant. You didn't sign a prenup, nothing, you know. So you didn't really get to know him and spend quality time with him before you chose to, you know, have a baby with him. You know, while you might have thought it's your forever, but you know, you just really didn't know. That's the truth of it. You just really didn't know. And then of course, I know sometime this week or last week, Lonely Love on The Real was like kind of hitting that, oh, Porsha was really doing all of this for a storyline and for the bag. I thought that was an unfair statement, but guess what? Porsha, it's her job. You do the same thing on Dish Nation. You dish on people's lives, so you can't do it and then not expect people to also, you know, hit back at you, like, you know. But just don't hit back at me, okay? Any which ways, Porsha in tears and she's very unhappy about what's been going on and she's trying to deal with it in her way, but she doesn't know what she's going to do because apparently Porsha is saying she's going to move on with him, and if that's what she decides to do, she's still thinking of getting married. Good for her, but deal with it, you know, and deal with all the other stuff that comes with it, okay? Moving right along. New York, New York. So we see Eva and Cynthia are going to have lunch, and they get there, and Eva is like, hey, I thought it was just 2 of us, but there's a 3rd placement setting. What's going on here, girl? Oh, Marlo will be joining us today. Marlo. Eva ain't having none of Marlo, okay? Eva is done with Marlo. So literally everybody was asking, was it right for Eva to just get up and leave? So once Marlo comes in, Marlo looks a mess. I don't like what she was wearing. I don't know what she was wearing. She looked okay. She looks beautiful, but I didn't like the outfit. So anyway, as soon as she comes right in, Eva is like, honey, pack this up for me. Pack the duck up. Pack the quacks. Pack every shit, okay? I'm out of here. I don't mess around with bullshit. So pretty much, and we see Marlo saying, oh girl, is that what we're doing now? We're just gonna get up and leave. We're not gonna have a conversation. No, Eva ain't having it. And I think that is pretty much right for Eva to get up and go, especially in her condition, especially when you don't know where, you know, when people have a history of being violent. You just need to get yourself out of it. So she's like, Cynthia, love you. Can I go downstairs? And literally she goes downstairs and sits alone and, you know, eats her duck and her food. But no apologies from Cynthia. Cynthia is like, listen, so now Cynthia is talking about Nene's situation again. And she's like, nope, no apologies, you know. That she's talking about the weak comment that Nene made, and, you know, I don't know. It's just childish. I think both of them are being, like right now, I can't even remember why they were fighting. I know it had something to do with Kenya coming for a party. But listen, after a while, everybody's like, what are they fighting about again? I don't know. Any which ways, Porsha is back to work. Moving right along. Yep, back to work for Porsha. And like I said, it's not the end of the world, Porsha. Probably being at work is probably the best thing for you right now. It'll probably get your mind off a lot of stuff, so keeping yourself and your mind busy, such that by the time you get back, all you want to do is see your daughter, be with her, and knock out to the next day. Moving right along. Marlo and Nene at lunch. And they're trying the octopus cocktail or something, and there's octopus in the food, and Marlo's like, okay, we're gonna eat, and Marlo's like, and I'm like, I would do crabs, I would do shrimps, any other thing outside that, I would do lobster, anything outside that, all that, not me, thanks, no thanks. Squid, octopus, thanks. Moving on. So they get to talking about Eva, and Eva getting up and, not having a conversation with Marlo. And Marlo is talking also about being a Monty, and she's got the kids with her sister's kids, 2 of them I think are with her. And that they're so inquisitive, they're always asking this and that. And she tells them, yeah, just do as I say, not as I do. And I totally get it, So Marlo is dealing with that. And then of course the conversation goes right to Cynthia. And Eva and Marlo is trying to say, hey, you guys need to have at least a sit down. It deserves a conversation to be had. And Nene is like, oh, really? You guys are talking about me again? Why you making it look like I had an issue? Like I'm the one with the problem. So of course you see Nene saying she's not going to apologize for this, that she didn't start it. And it's childish. It's childish. Sometimes, even if even if sometimes that you might be in the right, you feel that you're in the right, an apology is not gonna, sometimes you can stoop to conquer. That's my opinion. Any which ways, we see Marlo saying that both of them were wrong because of the Nene saying she was weak interview, and Cynthia also going around saying stuff about Nene, and so Nene is not going to forget about that in a heartbeat. But Marlo is saying both of you were wrong, and you guys can at least have a conversation, a closure, even if you guys don't end up speaking friends, but you guys can at least talk. And Nene is like, you know what, Marlo, thank you, just stay out of it. You know what, stay out of it. It's a very touchy and, subject and all of that. So Nene gets up literally and is like, she's not apologizing and she's out. Sis, you going? You just gonna leave me like this? Sis! Nene out, okay? So Nene hops into her little cart and she's out. And Marlo's like, girl, I'm literally going to have a, need therapy just to be with you guys and be your friends, okay? We see Shadina, Todd, and Kandi. Shadina is the surrogate for the baby. So congratulations, like I said, to Kandi. The baby has come, so that's kind of good. So they're actually talking about the surrogacy. They're taking little Ace in to see it. So he's actually walking the journey with them, and they're trying to explain to him the baby is not in mommy's tummy like you were. The baby's actually in Shadina's tummy, and he's so cute. Ace is so cute. But anyway, I love this journey because it's so important for them to show us this side of reality, because especially places like in Africa and where some places they still look at C-sections as a bad thing. Surrogacy is like shh, hush hush, don't tell anyone. Adopting a child is like shh, let no one ever know. People actually, I've heard, I don't know, but I've heard of women actually carrying moon bombs, up until they can actually, come and reveal the baby, just so that people don't, say, oh, the baby was adopted or the baby was surrogate. And I'm like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So all you want is a healthy baby, a healthy mom, healthy family. How the baby came about, whether it's an adopted child, a surrogate, whether you had baby through C-section, who the hell cares? Just saying. So Porsha is finally back at work and she's enjoyed her first day. PJ was in the room with her. PJ and her, she took PJ in on dish and they were very excited to have both of them, and literally she read a lot on whatever. So it's kind of cool. She now needs to get a nanny because PJ can't be at work with her every day. So she needs a nanny so she can get her mind off Dennis and heal. Okay, Porsha, we'll be watching. Okay, moving right along. Kandi and Kenya. So literally while Kandi was walking out of after seeing the surrogate, she got a call from Kenya to please come. She's in a bad situation. She needs to talk to her urgently. So Kandi was able to, dash to Kenya's house. She's got some gifts and it's looking nice. So she's like, oh, Kenya, your house has really changed. And I love that. It's a really interesting dynamic how when you don't have a child to when you actually have kids or a child. Your house before is like so nice and neat. Everything is put together. Everything is where you left it. But once you start having babies, it's like all hell. It's like baby toys, this, the crib, the rocker, the stroller. Oh my God. I know. So Kandi's like, Kenya, look at how your house looks now. You have so much more. Before you were like a Spencer spot. So now this is like moving on. Anyways, they're both looking towards having a breast reduction, but Kenya is still not able to because she's still milking from her breast. So they're talking about that, and Kandi's like, yeah, she probably needs one as well. So she's like, what's going on? Your boys are not getting enough attention? What the hell is Mark doing? That is Kandi's soft way of getting into the topic of Mark. Let's get to it, okay? And she's like, well, after 6 to 7 months, when this is Kenya saying this, while she was about 6-7 months pregnant, she just noticed that Mark started pulling back and, being standoffish and like freaking out. That's what she said. And their sex life hasn't picked back up even after she's had the baby. And Kandi's like, oh, that's kind of strange. And usually, yeah, sometimes, there's a strain during the pregnancy, but usually afterwards, especially when Kenya has gotten her body back pretty much, the men usually still want her. And she's such a beautiful girl. Like I said, Kenya is such a beautiful lady. But I just don't know why she has all the shenanigans. I don't know. It's a big mystery, okay? Anyways, her anniversary, her 1-year anniversary, she was meant to go to Turks and Caicos. And Kenya like, yeah, I sent you this list of places to go to. And Kenya is saying, well, she ended up going on her own with baby Brooklyn. What? Yep, she went alone for her 1-year anniversary. Then see Kenya in tears. Kenya's in tears. She's talking and saying Mark loves Brooklyn, but pretty much they're not where they used to be, and she's trying to get that flame back. He didn't want the nanny to go along, and I don't even know what else. I'm not doing this storyline with Kenya. Because I just don't believe it I just don't. I'm sorry. I just don't. I'm done. Foxy Mama out, okay? Anyways, she says that he's verbally abusive, that he says some things that are like below the belt, that even when they have an argument, which she's trying to avoid because she really wants peace, but he goes below the belt. And initially at the beginning he wasn't that unkind, but now he's become unkind pretty much, and is abusive. And she says he's a fighter, just like she's a fighter. And I'm thinking in my head, Kenya, I think Mark just went back to season 3 of season 4 when you got on the stage of Real Housewives, and he's like, who the hell is this woman? And he saw you do all that bullshit that you were doing. The guy had time to watch, okay? So Kenya says she's a fighter. They show snippets of when she used to quarrel and all of that with Phaedra and Porsha and all of that, And Kandi's trying to ask, how does he speak? I would say the producer's actually asking Kenya in the green room, how does he speak to you and what's his tone like? And she's saying no, she doesn't want to get into that and all. And I'm thinking, Kenya, if you don't want to tell us, then don't tell us. Why are you making it a storyline if you don't? Any which ways. This week got 1.8 million viewership, which is kind of good. So this is the highest rated episode that they've had. So good for the women. I think even when Nene came, I think they got 1.4. It was lower than the first week also when Kenya was on. So good for them. And moving right along, I definitely want to do a book read with the Jocelyn Savage. I don't know, what do you guys think? I would like to read it. I think it's BS, but I'll read it. Only because now they're trying to get money out of it. We'll see. Keep an eye out for that one. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to share. Be sure to like. And why haven't you subscribed? Thanks for watching. Bye.